Hey, Caden, Paul here. Hey, welcome to Epic. What I'm going to show you today is I'm going to show you your site, and I'm going to show you our site also. And these are some tools that you can kind of use. Your site is basically kind of your one-stop, and for logins and passwords and those types of things. Right here, you see your teacher notes. Okay, and what I can do on this is I can, as you go through Epic's really not easy. The biggest thing is getting a schedule. Okay, and you're going to come across that where if you're on the road a lot, your days aren't really set, but just establishing a schedule and kind of getting an outline. Your curriculum is easy because it'll normally pace you through that. Okay, and we'll look at that whenever we get to first meet. But what I can do is I can put on here and I can help you with the schedule. I can, we can go by day, we can go by course. When we meet, we'll kind of decide how we're going to do that. I'm going to put a sample schedule on here and I'll show you where that's at, and that'll make things a little bit easier. But like I said, now because it's the first of school, I just kind of put a lot of stuff up here. But I can put Monday, biology. This is what you're going to and make it as simple as possible. Okay, there's some of the different tools we have. We have your core, Google Classroom, IXL, Study Island. We have all those different things. Okay, here's Comprehend. I have the ability to, I'm a big screencast guy, and never know I would be, but I can make videos, and this is a video. Comprehend is not me, but if you need a video on how to log into something, I can always make that, and that's a snap. Here's some other tools that we're going to use: Study Island, Clever, IXL. Clever is a thing that we're going to use for test prep. Okay, and you're going to have to get in there and you're going to take what they call a benchmark. And we can do that. I can walk you through it online. And that's one of the benefits of being in your grade. Study Island is also something we're going to use, and that's kind of like hitting state standards. Mr. Drake's our new, he's not a superintendent, they call it director, but that's kind of what he is. But he was my principal before. He required Study Island when he's a principal. I can see him do that now. He's director of curriculum, I think is what they call him. If that happens, and I've heard that it probably will, it's not a big deal. Just be like one a week, and we'll show you how to do that. IXL is another one. I like IXL better, but we'll see. Got to do what the boss says. Here's our schedule. There you can see I'm meeting your folks today at 9:30. But our schedule right here, we have it all kind of outlined. Okay, it's my personal schedule, so you'll see like soccer practice and stuff on there. I used to make my own, but I don't now. Okay, but you're welcome to attend soccer practice if you want to. It's okay. Homework helper is something that we're going to go through at orientation. We'll go through it as a group if you're available. And if not, I'll Zoom with you and we can go through it individual. But Homework Helper is it's an online teacher. They're not American, but if you can get the right one, it's good. The orientation's terrible, but the actual tool itself is something that's really useful, especially for math and science and some of those other programs you might find difficult. College Start is something that's really awesome. I know you're way away, and we're going to you're going to be a little bit different. I'm going to talk to your folks about the NCAA. That might kind of steer us in the course. But College Start is something that's going to help you with scholarships, kind of like your online guidance counselor. Here's your daily schedule. And you'll see here, we can do things kind of different. Like I said, a lot of my students, they do math a little bit every day. I recommend that. And then what they'll do is they'll just kind of break it up. Like they might do biology on Monday, English, environmental, however they do it, they break it up. Okay, and that just makes it a little bit easier for them. And we're going to talk about pace when we meet. I'll show you that when we go through and we finally get the course stuff open up. Everything kind of runs off of Gmail. Gmail used to be kind of a great way to communicate, but the way things are now, I got like over 700 emails. Past couple of weeks, it's just crazy. But a lot of it came from summer bridging and student and everything, and it would be an issue. But I prefer, I'll show you when we meet, I'll show you something called Google Classroom, which might make it a little easier. Of course, you're at the age where you can text, and that's really the easiest way for a lot of kids. It's mainly for kids that don't have things, or cell phones. There's your parent contact information. Your folks might need a parent portal, something that you can log in and get things. Zoom meeting, it's a brief YouTube video on how to do that. That's kind of our meet and better, and I can see that being really useful with us, especially on the road. There's our contact information. Okay, I don't know why my computer's doing that, but now I'm going to click to, actually, let me do this. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we're going to go to My Family's Epic page. Okay, there's my dog, not my family, but my wife also teaches. I said my family, I said that probably because that's my little girl. But it's going to have some useful information on there. Note from teacher. Here's our 3-week rotation. We're in the Tahlequah Library about every Tuesday, okay, because we have a large number of students there, usually every Tuesday afternoon, as you can kind of see. Now, if you ever want to pull up one of these documents, you just go to this corner that's there. Monday and Fridays, like my office days, I'm going to have a study hall, and you can check in. If you start falling behind, we might make it mandatory. Okay, if you're really far behind, we could 2 times a week, but we're going to get you there. Okay, and there's a video that just kind of shows you a little bit about the site. Talks about the first year. There's a Zoom schedule. We're going to start Zooming when you get there. There's a new Mr. Banfield. We kind of got an inside connection because he's our. There's another level of like superintendent, and his wife is like kind of one of my bosses, which is really cool. There's just more contact information. I challenge you to go in here and look at this because we are really tech driven, but this shows you things to do before school starts, and this could be before you really get all your stuff going. Is log into these things and just so you know how to do it. I've been doing Zoom meetings and kind of walking people through this, but if you ever need them, this is kind of a resource you can use. Okay. Google Forms or something we might use, iExcel, and we'll kind of teach you all that stuff. Anyway, I'll be meeting with your parents today. Hey, I'm happy to have you on board. Okay, it's awesome that I saw you're a bull rider. Okay, I know every rodeo mom out there puts up YouTube videos, so I've been stalking you, but Google Classroom here. I'll just show you that really quick because Google Classroom is really kind of awesome. And I used it in brick and mortar a ton, and I just believe in it. I think it's great for what we do. Okay, X-Force, I know that's kind of weird, but anyway, what it is this is like a Facebook. Only students can communicate. I've been wanting to do. I'm going to do an algebra class, and I might do some writing assignments and stuff through here. Okay, but it's just a way for you to get in there and talk. A lot of my littles will use this because they don't have cell phones, but it's a way of communicating with me that's more direct. And also, you can kind of meet with each other. I got a great group of guys on my roster. I got some guys that make YouTube videos of blowing stuff up and shooting stuff up. I don't know if you're into that, but most young guys are. We also might do some Oklahoma history work. I've been asked to help that. If we do that, what we might do is actually go on location to like the Batfish or some of those other places, Fort Gibson, and film some history. It's going to be for the Oklahoma history deal that we have. But anyway, it's Epic is different, and we're trying to make it a little bit more social. We're trying to get it done. Okay, I know being in the rodeo it's just kind of a different life. I do know a little bit about it. Like I said, both my nephews were college rodeo guys, and so I understand that. When I was little, I did it myself a little bit, not much, but a little bit. Things were different back then, but I'm excited. I think it'll work for you. We're looking forward to meeting you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.